detailed Java. Today concept is detailed Java. Detailed Java. So first concept in the detailed Java, first concept, detailed Java. First definition, variable. Yesterday we discussed variable. What is variable? Variable is nothing but it is a name given to a one memory location which can hold a value. Which can hold a value. That value will be changed in future. Variable is nothing but it is a name. It is a name given to a one memory location which can hold a value. I am giving name A which can hold a value. That value will be changed in future number of times. How many times you want, that many times we can change the value. Variable syntax. Advantages already we discussed. Reusability, easy to update, easy to maintain. Variable syntax. Data type, variable name equal to value. Simply we can say int A equal to 10. Next, this is the definition already we discussed. Next, constant. Next, constant. What is constant? Constant. Constant is nothing but it is a name given to a one memory location which can hold a value. That value will not change in future. That value will not change in future. That value will not change in future. That is constant. Constant is nothing but it is a name given to a one memory location which can hold a value. That value will not change in future. Syntax. Final data type constant name equal to value. Simply we can write final int a equal to 10. Simply we can write it. Final into a equal to 10. Final into a equal to 10. We can write it. So if it is having final, that is constant. If it is not having final, that is variable. This is the main difference between constant and variable. If it is having final, that is constant. If it is not having final, that is variable. So simply we can find out. Whenever you are facing the interview also, that time they may ask you like, how can you find out if it is variable or constant? If it is having final, that is constant. If it is not having final, that is variable. All right. Next, variables. Next, variables. There are two types of variables. So one is local variables. So second one is global variables. Local variables means within the function only it will work. Local variable means within the function it will work. Beyond the function it will not work. Within the function only it will work. Beyond the function it will not work. That is local variables. Next, global variables, we can say primitive data types. So we can say global variables are primitive data types. Primitive data types. Primitive data types. In Java, we have 4 primitive data types. So sorry, access modifiers. Sorry. We can say global variables are access modifiers. Access modifiers. There are 4 access modifiers in Java. One is public, second one is default, third one is private, fourth one is protected. Fourth one is protected. So if you write public, so already we know one order. So whenever you want to work with Java or Eclipse, first of all, we should create one project. After creating project, we need to create one package. After creating package, we should take one class. This is the order. This is the order. Right. Now, if you write public, so we can, if you write public, whenever you are declaring any function, before that, if you mention modifier like public or private, so if you write public, we can access that function in entire project. Wherever you want, you can access that function. If you write public Akhil, public static void Akhil. So if you write public static void, you can access that function anywhere in the particular project. Anywhere in the project. We can access, we can call that function in that particular project. Wherever you want, you can call that function. If you write, if you're not taking any package, it will take under default package. If you're not taking any package, it will take under default package. So if it is under default package, we can access in the package only. We can access in package only. We can access in only package only. If you're not taking any package, it will take under default package. If it is taking under default package, we can access in the particular package only. If you write private, we can access in the particular class only. If you write private, we can access in the particular class only. If you write protected, we can access from that particular package, as well as we can access from other packs child class. We can access in that particular package, as well as we can call or access from other packs child class. We can access in the package as well as other packs child class stuff also. We can access from the package as well as other packages child class stuff. So these are the access modifiers or global variables. So always in our real life or real time, always we will use only public only. Only rare situation we will use private. Very rare situation we will use private. Where exactly we will use, we will discuss later. So just you should remember, these are the 4 access modifiers: public, default, private, protected. All right.
అఖిల్ లోకల్ అంటే నిన్న ఓవర్లోడింగ్ కి యూజ్ చేసినావు కదా, ఇంటి ఏ ఇంటి బి ఇంటి సి, ఇట్లాంటి
Yeah.
దానికి లోకల్ వేరియబుల్స్
Oh, that is the public. I mentioned public. So local variable.
బ్రాకెట్ లో
Into A,
బ్రాకెట్.
into B. That is the local variable. Within that function only. Outside function we can't call. Okay. Yesterday we discussed one concept, that is overloading concept. In that public static void add into A comma into B, I wrote into A comma into B is a just local variables. Within that function only it will work. Beyond the function it will not work. Right. Next, conditional statements. Next, conditional statements. In Java, we have 3 conditional statements available in Java. In Java, we have 3 conditional statements available in Java. One is if, second one is if else, third one is switch case. There are 3 conditional statements available in Java. One is if, second one is if else, third one is switch case. There are 3 conditional statements available in Java. There are 3 conditional statements available in Java: if, if else switch case. Where exactly we will use if condition? This is I'm the last teacher, in future nobody will teach you. So if where exactly we will use if condition? If it is only single block, we will use if. We will use if condition. For example, if A is equal to 10, Akhil is a good boy. There is no other alternate. So it will execute. If A is equal to 10, it will execute Akhil is a good boy. Next, if else. Among two blocks, if you want execute, among two blocks, if you want execute only one block, we will use if else. Among two blocks, if you want execute only one block, that time we will use if else. If A equal to 10, Akhil is a good boy. Else, Akhil is a bad boy. Among two blocks, if you want execute only one block, that time we will use if else. If A is equal to 10, it will execute Akhil is a good boy. If A is equal to not equal to 10, it will execute Akhil is a bad boy. Among two blocks, if you want execute only one block, that time we will use if else. Next, switch case. Among many blocks, if you want execute selectively some blocks, we will use switch case. Switch case, or we can say select case. Among many blocks, so we have many blocks. Among many blocks, if we want to execute selectively some blocks, that time we will use switch case statements. Choice 1, choice 2, choice 3. Among many blocks, if we want to execute selectively some blocks, we will use switch case statement. Among many blocks, if you want to execute selectively some blocks, we will use switch case statements. We will use switch case statements. These are the conditional statements. Next, looping statements. Looping statements. What do you mean by loop? If you want to execute a certain block of statements continuously or repeatedly, then we will use looping statements. If you want to execute a certain block of statements continuously or repeatedly, then we will use looping statements. If we want to execute a certain block of statements continuously or repeatedly, then we will use looping statements. If we want to execute a certain block of statement continuously or repeatedly, then we will use looping statements. There are three looping statements available in Java. One is for loop, second one is while loop, third one is do while loop. There are three looping statements available in Java. One is for loop, second one is while loop, third one is do while. So for loop is very, very important. Where exactly we will use for loop? How many fixed number of times that loop should be executed? If you know that figure or number, then only we can use for loop. How many fixed number of times that loop should be executed? If you know that figure or number, then only we can use for loop. How many fixed number of times that loop should be executed? If you know that figure or number, then only we can use for loop. For example, for int I equal to 0, I less than 10 times. So if you know that figure 10, if you know that figure 10, then I plus 1 or I plus plus. So it will start with 0. First time it will, 0 time it will execute. Next, I value is 0. 0 plus 1, 1. 1 time it will execute. 1 plus 1, 1 plus 1, 2. 2 times it will execute. 2 plus 1, 3. 3 time it will execute. Last, 9 plus 1, 10. So if you know this figure 10, if you know this number, if you know perfectly how many fixed number of times that loop should be executed, if you know that figure, then only we can use for loop. While loop, there is no restriction like that. As long as condition being satisfied. As long as condition being satisfied. As long as condition being satisfied. So there is no restrictions. So there is no restrictions. So as long as condition being satisfied. So this loop is
జీరో నుంచి స్టార్ట్ అయింది. అఖిల్ జీరో నుంచి స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది ఇది.
yes, for loop.
సో
While loop also
ఐ లెస్ దెన్ 5, ఐ లెస్ దెన్ 5 ఇస్తే 6 టైమ్స్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవుతుంది.
yes, first time 0, next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
ఓకే.
So I started with 0. Already I mentioned here. I equal 0. First time it
సో
will
11 టైమ్స్
11 times it will execute. Next while loop. As long as condition being satisfied. There is no restriction like 10 times, 20 times. So up to condition satisfied it will execute. So this loop is called entry level condition. This loop is called entry level condition. Entry level condition. Entry level condition. Entry level condition. Next do while. Just similar to while. But without checking the condition, first time it will execute. Second time onwards it will check the condition. First time without checking the condition it will execute. Second time onwards it will check the condition. So that is called do while. That is called do while. So this loop is called exit level condition. This loop is called exit level condition. This loop name is exit level condition. This loop is called exit level condition. This loop is called, what Raj?
ఒక డౌట్, చిన్న డౌట్. ఇప్పుడు ఫర్ ఐ ఇస్ లెస్ దెన్ 10 ఇచ్చినారు కదా ఇక్కడ. సో ఇన్ వైల్ లో కూడా మనం ఐ ఇస్ నాట్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు 10 అంటే కూడా రెండు సేమ్ యాక్షన్స్ పర్ఫామ్ చేస్తాయి కదా, రెండు 11 టైమ్స్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేస్తాయి. వైల్ లూప్ లో ఐ నాట్ ఈక్వల్ టు 10, వైల్ ఐ ఇస్ నాట్ ఈక్వల్ టు 10 ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ దిస్ బ్లాక్ ఆఫ్ లూప్ లాగానే 10 టైమ్స్ అవుతుంది కదా.
No. Here there is no, we can't write any like I equal to 10, I equal to 1. There is no chance. So condition we will write. Condition we will write. With example we will discuss. No need to worry. For loop, while loop, do while loop, all the examples we have in arrays concept. I will explain you. Don't worry. So for loop compulsory we should know that figure. But while loop there we will not use any figure like 10 times, 20 times. We will not use. Condition, we will write condition. If it is button is there, just click. If it is button is there, just click. If it is button is there, just click. So how many after pages, how many number of pages that button will come, we don't know. In that situation we will use. So for example, if you use for loop, after 5 pages you can get one button, just click it. So that means, so we are saying 5, so the number we are mentioning, so it will click after 5 pages. But do while is just not like that. So if you get button, just click it. After 10 pages, 100 pages, 1000 pages, we don't know.
Okay.
Just like do for loop and while loop, that is the main difference. So do while, it is a exit level condition, just similar to while, but without checking the condition, it will execute to second time onwards, it will check the condition. That is do while. All right. Next concept, array. Next concept, array. What is array? Array. What is array? Array is nothing but it is a special type of variable which can hold the multiple values. Which can hold the multiple values. Array is nothing but it is a special type of variable which can hold the multiple values. There are three types of arrays. One is single dimensional array. Second one is multi-dimensional array. Third one is object array. So first of all, before going to array concept, you should know only one thing. This is array. If you want to add anything to array, if you want to get anything from array, we will use index concept. This is array. So if you want to add anything to array, if you want to get anything from array, we will use index concept. Array index start with 0. 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 Single dimensional array syntax. Data type array name equal to new data type size of array, just like we can mention size. Simply we can write int a equal to new int 5. We can write this is single dimensional. Multi-dimensional array int a equal to new int number of rows 4 rows 6 columns. First one is rows, second one is columns. First one is rows, second one columns. Next object array. Object A equal to new object. A of 0 equal to Akhil. It is a string data type. A of 1 equal to 10 integer data type. A of 2 equal to 0.02. A of 3 equal to a single character. So these are the data types in Java. String data type, integer data type, decimal data type, character data type. Only 4 data types we have in Java. So we discussed primitive data types 8. So but in the integer data types we have different. But in Java we have only string data type, integer data type, decimal data type, character data type. So if you want to store the multi data types, we will use object array. We will use object array. Right, this is the concept to array. Today first concept to, only for this concept purpose we learned Java. Only this concept purpose, we learned detailed Java. So what is today concept? Exception handling. Very, very important concept in Java, that is exception handling. What do you mean by exception? While writing the Java code, there are some chances the code which we have written can't executed by Java. So such type of situation is known as exception. While writing the Java code, there are some chances the code which we have written can't executed by Java. So such type of situation is known as exception. There are two exceptions available in Java. One is caught exception, other one is uncaught exception. One is caught exception, other one is uncaught exception. Caught exception means while writing the Java code, if at all any missing, Java will show you underline. Java will show you underline. So that is called caught exception. While writing the Java code, if at all any missing, Java will show you underline. That is called caught exception. While writing the Java code, if at all any missing, Java will show you underline. That is called caught exception. That is called caught exception. Next, uncaught exception. So if it is showing underline, we can alert and we can rectify the problem. So that is called caught exception. Next, uncaught exception. While writing the Java code, if at all any missing, Java will not show you anything. Simply it will sit to. During execution, it will not execute. So that is called uncaught exception. Main problem is uncaught exception. If it is showing underline, oh, so what is wrong here? Just we can alert and we can rectify the problem. We will call to our friends and while writing the code, why it is showing error, and we can go and do it Google, so we can get it. What is the problem? So that is called caught exception. That is the caught exception. Next, uncaught exception means while writing the Java code, if at all any missing, Java will not say you anything. Simply it will sit to during execution, it will not execute. So that is called uncaught exception. Okay. Caught exception means it will show you underlines. That is called caught exception. Uncaught exception means it will not show you any underline. Simply it will sit to during execution, it will not execute. So that is called uncaught exception. If you want to find out uncaught exception, we will use try, catch, finally. Try, catch, finally. We will use try, catch, finally. Try, catch, finally. If you want to find out uncaught exceptions, we will use try, catch, finally. Where exactly we will use try?
Uncount.
If you know any set of statements we have written is wrong.
Where exactly we will use try block?
We'll write that code in try block.
Where exactly we will use try block, I will tell you. If you have doubt on any particular block of statements, it's just better to keep in try block. What is that error we can get in catch block? What is that error we can get in catch block? Finally, at any cost, it will execute. Finally, at any cost, it will execute. If you have doubt on any particular block of statement, just better to keep in try block. What is that error we can get in catch block? What is the error we can get in catch block? Finally, at any cost, it will execute. If it is try executing or not, catch executing or not, at any cost, it will execute. Finally, at any cost, it will execute. Finally, at any cost, it will execute. If it is try executing or not, catch executing or not, at any cost, finally, it will execute. So, exception handling. While writing the Java code, there are some chances the code which we have written can't executed by Java. So such type of situation is known as exception. First question. Second question. How many exceptions available in Java? Caught exception and uncaught exception. What is caught exception? While writing the Java code, if at all any missing, Java will show you underline like comma, full stop, bracket, semicolon. If it is any missing, automatically it will show error or into mark or red mark. So that is called caught exception. Uncaught exception means while writing the Java code, if at all any missing, Java will not show you anything. Simply it will sit to during execution, it will not execute. So that is called uncaught exception. How to find out uncaught exception? We will use try catch finally. What is try? If you have doubt on any particular block of statements, it's just better to keep in try block. What is catch? What is that error we can get in catch block? What is finally? If it is try executing or not, catch executing or not, at any cost, finally it will execute. Right. Sir, you said if you have doubt on only particular block of statements, it's just better to keep in try and catch. Okay, right. But I have doubt on nearly 50 blocks, sir. What should I do? So 50 times we should write try, 50 times we should write catch. So program will be lengthy. So instead of try and catch, always we will use throws. Only this purpose we learn this concept, throws. Always we will use throws. What is throws? Throws is nothing but it is a predefined class in Java. It can handle the thousands of exceptions at a time. It can handle the thousands of exceptions at a time. Throws is nothing but it is a predefined class in Java. It can handle the thousands of exceptions at a time. It can handle the thousands of exceptions at a time. Okay. What is the main drawback in try catch? So if you have doubt on in only particular block of statements, it's just better to keep in try block. But if you have doubt on multiple blocks, like if you have doubt on 10 blocks, the 10 times we should write to try and catch. Program will be lengthy. Instead of try and catch, we will use throws. What is throws? Throws is nothing but it is a predefined class in Java. What is the use of throws? It can handle the thousands of exceptions at a time. At a time, it can handle the thousands of exceptions. Concept is over. Exception handling. 10 interview questions. What do you mean by exception? How many exceptions available in Java? What is caught exception? What is caught uncaught exceptions? Okay. How to find out uncaught exception? What is try? What is catch? What is finally? What are the drawbacks in try and catch? What is throws? What is the advantage of throws? Okay. This is very important concept in Java. Right. Just 2 minutes. Yes. Ask
try
me.
fail అయితేనే catch లో ఉంటుంది.
Yes, if it is try, after try executing, if it is any exceptions is there, then only it will go to catch flag. If there is no exception, it will not go to catch flag.
Directly finally.
Directly finally. So at any cost, finally it will execute. If it is try executing or not, catch executing or not, at any cost it will execute. So now I will write the program. Just concentrate. Java is a logic. There is no magic, only logic. Okay. By practice only you can get the logic. So we can't by heart Java. It is a totally logic. Java is a logic. Right, go to SRC. Take the new class. Class name is X. Keep the mark public static void main, click on finish. Very important concept in Java, that is exception handling. And declare, first I am writing one printer statement, SYSO control space, good morning, and declaring one array, int a equal to new int size I am writing 5 into a of 2 equal to 200, a of 5 equal to 500. So here is one exception. Here is one cart exception is there. What is that? Here is one cart exception is there. What is that?
సెమికోలన్ ఇవ్వలేదు.
So that is the cart exception. So if it is any missing, it will show you error. Why it is showing error? Something is missing. What is missing? Comma, full stop, bracket, semicolon. We can try with some different characters and we can try. Max, finally, I will keep that is one. So in that line, we have one uncaught exception. What is that? I have doubt on this block. Just better to keep in try block. In this line, we have one uncaught exception also. What is that?
Array index starts from 0.
So what?
So we have A of 5. I this code A of 4 వరకు తీసుకోవాలి నేను.
Yes, array index start with 0. I gave count is 5. So it will start with 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Finished. Whenever I am writing 5, it need to show error, but it is not showing error. So that is called uncaught exception. E dot get message. So what is that error we can get here? We can get here. What is that error we can get here? Save, click on run. What is that error we can get here? So it will show you 5. What is 5? I don't know index concept. If you want clear console, just we should write here e dot print stock trace. E dot print stock trace. So what is that error? Now we can get in console very clear manner. Okay, Java long array index out of bound exception. Okay, I got it. Actually array index start with 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Enough. Whenever I'm writing 4, 5, it need to show error. It is not showing an error. So that is called uncaught exception. All right. So e dot print stock trace, that is very, very important. Bye. Finally. Right. This is the concept. Now, in that situation, if I run, save, click on run. If I run, it will execute. Good morning, 5, bye, Tata is coming. Okay, happy weekend is not coming. Why happy weekend not coming? That is the first logic. Tell me. First logic. Tell me.
Akhil, yeah, actually if error unte next statements it will not execute. It will directly go to catch and it will display.
Yes. Whenever the exception occur, it will go to catch block. It will not execute remaining blocks. If you write thousands of blocks also, it will not execute that thousands of blocks. Just directly, whenever the exception occur, it will go to catch block. It will go to catch block. It will not execute remaining blocks. That is the logic. So whenever the here exception occur, directly it will come to catch block. It will not execute to remaining blocks. If you have thousands of blocks also, it will not execute. That is one logic. Okay, right. Second logic. Now I am keeping here 6. If I click run, save, run. If I click run, it will say good morning, happy weekend, and Tata. Where is boy?
అక్కడ ఎర్రర్ లేదు సో క్యాష్ లోకి వెళ్ళలేదు డైరెక్ట్లీ ఫైనల్లీ.
Yes. If there is exception, it will go to catch block. If there is no exception, it will not go to catch block. That is the logic. Got it, ma? Madam, Sujita, madam.
Sir.
So there is no exception, madam. So that's the reason it will not go to catch block. So there is no boy.
Okay.
There is no buy.
Okay.
Why? Because there is no exception. If there is no exception, it will not go to catch block. Directly it will execute finally and try. This is the concept of exception handling.
అఖిల్ ఒక డౌట్.
Yes.
ఆ క్యాచ్ బ్రాకెట్ లో ఎక్సెప్షన్ ఈ అని రాసినారు కదా, అది ఐ మీన్ అది అట్లానే ఉంటుందా? హార్డ్ కోటెడ్ అయినా? ఐ మీన్ మనం ఏమన్నా వేరియబుల్
write throwable also. Here we can write in the exception place we can write throwable also.
క్యాచ్ ఎక్సెప్షన్ ఈ అంటే అది ఒక క్లాసా ఏంటి? అది ఎక్సెప్షన్ అంటే
it is a method, predefined method. Throwable also we can write it. There are two options. One is exception, second one is throwable.
ప్రింట్ స్టాక్ ట్రేస్ అంటే ఏంటి? అది కూడా ఒక మెథడేనా?
Method. So print stack trace is a method. E dot get message, it is a method, predefined method. So if I write Akhil, it will show error. Why? What is Akhil? Who is Akhil? Java don't know Akhil. So e dot get message. Whenever e dot after writing e, after keeping the dot, automatically the message e dot get message will come. So it is a predefined method. E dot print trace, it is a predefined method. Okay. Just practice it. Just practice it. So tomorrow we don't have any class. I'm going to village and I will come within 2 days. 2 days I will come back. I will intimate you regularly. I will touch with you. Okay, just 2 days.